Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gamers Lounge, and this is Michael, your host. And before anything else, I'm just going to go into the options screen with this game. I discovered it a couple of days ago on the PlayStation Store. I've got it running on my PS5. It's up there for $15.99 and it's worth every penny. The game is called RollCats, as you can see. And I'm going to go into the options screen because I'm going to go into the Creators tab. So I'm just going to leave that little banner up there for a few seconds so you can see the people responsible for creating it. So, the development company is Hoglet Interactive. The game is by Alexander Toth, I think that's how you pronounce that. Supported by Slovak Arts Council. The music is by Electric Dark Souls, Alex Roux, Maxime Vasiliev, and the voiceover is Megan McDuffie. That's while you're racing. And the two beautiful little cats in the picture in the corner there, Tifa and Cormy. Well, it's clear that these developers love cats, so yeah, why not develop a game that's all about mechanical racing cats on different planets. Anyway, many thanks to the devs for releasing this game. It's absolutely brilliant, and honestly, it's very rare that a really cool indie game comes along and takes you by surprise and even blows you away. So we're just going to go straight into it. You've got your options screen, speaks for itself. Trophies speak for themselves. We'll go into Hangar. Now, as you play the game, you unlock different cats, as you can see. Whichever one you like the look of, you tend to pick. And I've got this rugged looking fellow here. Now, if you look on the left side of the screen there, you can see my stats. Okay, now I've got 2 gold crystals. Now, these crystals, you pick them up while you're racing, and they are corresponding colors. So the gold ones will correspond with your drift stat, and the red ones will be your speed, and so on and so forth. So I've got 2 crystals, and I have maxed out this cat. So he's actually maxed out. If you can see the bottom there, mouse catch dexterity, I'll explain that as I go along with the review. So we're going to choose this fellow. Now, Catfight is your multiplayer, but it's not online, it's split screen. I don't have anyone else to play with. Now, my wife doesn't really like games, but she does like the soundtrack of this one. She was sat with me and she was bopping along to it, and I will mention that the soundtrack is absolutely superb. It's very reminiscent of the old soundtracks you get from the 90s, you know, for the old racing games on the PS1 and the Sega Saturn. It's that kind of thing. They're very rousing, they're very tuneful, and they're absolutely brilliant, and they suit the game perfectly. So we'll come out of there. The campaign is your single player, and you've got all these planets here that you unlock as you progress through the game. You start off with the first one, and in each planet you've got 4 different modes of play. You've got your basic race, you've got your Cat-Terminator, which is basically an elimination race. Speed lap is a time trial, and the mouse catch is the most interesting one here, I think. For me, I just prefer plain and simple racing. So, yeah, mentioning my wife enjoying the soundtrack. Now, unfortunately, she's not a gamer, but I did get her to try and play a game years ago when we started dating. And she humoured me. She gave it a shot. She tried playing Assassin's Creed 2. And believe it or not, she quite enjoyed it. She was running around Florence and Venice. She was talking to the citizens, and you know, she found it interesting because of the history and the fact that it's based in, you know, with true historical facts. And my old mother-in-law in her 90s was playing Ridge Racer 7, not doing a bad job. She was hitting the wall a few times, but then she tried Virtua Fighter and she pulled off a few very impressive combos. But that's the most I've got out of my little family here. So unfortunately, when it comes to gaming, I'm on my own. But anyway, I'm going to go into a race, and I'm going to show you how this game plays. First of all, as soon as you enter a race, you get a quick overview of the track itself. And off we go. So as you can see, graphically, it's superb. It's very, very smooth. It's very fast. And for those of you that are saying among yourselves, undoubtedly, it's a Wipeout clone. And it looks a little bit like Grip and Roll Cage. Yes, it does. And it also looks a little bit like Extreme G Racing. It does. But the thing is, you are going to get a lot of games that, you know, try and take inspiration from other famous AAA titles, you know, both past and present. But if they do it well, you've got to give them praise for it. And there is plenty of originality here. Well, okay, when I say plenty, let's say mainly with the form of the racing craft. They are giant mechanical cats. Now, I don't know if there are pilots inside driving them, because in the hangar, as you saw, there was a lady doing some maintenance on the actual cats. I don't know if she's just your mechanic or if she's a pilot, but maybe they're just robotic, intelligent beings that race themselves. So you can pick up power-ups along the way. The icons look very similar to other games. So the one in the middle is your boost, your super speed. If you press square, that boosts you. Each button activates a different power-up. If you've got some and you want to use them, you have to sort of time it right and use the particular power-up that you like before it gets overridden by another one that you pick up. So if I press circle, I'll activate my shield. With the pressing of X, I can fire a rocket. You have 2 rockets at your disposal, and you can get rid of an opponent that's in front of you with 2 rockets. 1 and 2, and he's gone. Then you've got your cannon, which if you keep your button held down, you'll do some rapid fire bursts of an energy weapon.
Crystal received.
Now, because of the simplicity of the controls, the intense speed isn't too overwhelming for you. It doesn't sort of run away with you. I know with games like, for example, Redout, which is a really impressive game on the PS5, that's so fast that sometimes you can, you know, hit the sides or crash or something. It's so quick. With this one, the controls are very, very simple. There aren't any air brakes to speak of. There aren't too many complicated bits to take into consideration when controlling it. You're just steering left and right. You'll get used to the actual controls because when you first play it, you tend to hit the sides a bit and you slow down, allowing the other racers to get the better of you. But if you steer into the corners early, you'll find yourself not even taking your finger off the accelerator and hardly using the drift button, which it kind of becomes obsolete because when the craft goes around the various bends, it auto drifts. So yeah, it's a bit strange, that one. But other than that, it's actually very good indeed. Let's go into this one. I'll just show you this other one. On this track, we'll do the mouse catch. Now, when we're in mouse catch, you're armed with one of the power-ups from the main game. It's called Blade, and you'll see what I mean. So with this one, you have to chase down these mechanical mice, and to do it, you have to be on top of your game. You've got to really race properly and not hit the sides very much at all, if you can help it. And then, as soon as the blade comes into contact with these mechanical mice, you can hear this whistling sound, which tells you that you've actually got them. If you get all 7 of them, it's a gold medal. If you get 6, it's a silver. If you get 5, it's a bronze medal. You get 1 or 2 power-ups here. You get the boost one and you get the cannon. So you can take them out with the cannon if you're lucky enough to get it. Sometimes it's easy to miss because you're going so fast.
New lap record. Final lap.
And of course the light blue arrows on the ground there are your speed ups, so it's always best to try and go over those when you can. Yeah, I missed a group of them there. So see what I mean about steering into the corner. If you hug the sides as much as you can, a bit like following a racing line in other more realistic racing games. There you are. I've destroyed him with a cannon. Oh, missed him.
Race complete.
So I've got 3 cats out of 7, so I don't get any medal for it. But let's show you another interesting planet. How about your token ice world? What's this one? Yeah, you get that one. You see a quick preview of them anyway. You choose them. Yeah, let's go into the ice world.
Cat ready. Go! Booster.
So I've been playing this game for a few hours today. I just wanted to unlock as many planets as I could before bringing you the actual review. Now, when I spotted it, I went onto YouTube to see if I could find any footage, and interestingly, I found quite a bit of footage of it, and 1 or 2 people playing the actual demo, which was released a couple of years ago. So now, if this was a Steam game prior to being released on consoles, I don't know anything about it because I'm not a PC gamer. So a lot of Steam releases are completely alien to me because I just tend to concentrate on the console side of things. But it's been released on PS5 now, so yeah, why not? So for me, it's a brand new game. I mean, I've not played it before, and if there are other non-PC gamers here that have not heard of this game, on whichever platform it was released prior to this, then for you it's also a new title. But what I can say is that if I were to score, well, I am going to score the game because I always tend to during my reviews, don't I? But you can't give this less than an 8 out of 10. You just can't, because it's superb. The controls are very simplistic, but then again, it's a good thing they are, because you've got some very high speeds to contend with. So you don't want complicated controls and air brakes and you know, split-second precision timings and all of that. You just want to concentrate on speed and know when to use your power-ups. Again, that's really simple, but because if you get one power-up that you particularly like, you have to hope that you're in proximity of some other racers that you can use it on. Because otherwise, if you go over another one, it will overwrite your favorite one, and you'll think, oh, I actually wanted to use the rocket on this one. So it's kind of, there's a little bit of strategy there when using power-ups to leave the opposition eating your dust. So we'll leave this planet. Let's have a look. What else have we got? So they are all quite impressive. Here's like an aquatic one, which is really quite interesting. Yeah, let's go into that one. Now, while I was playing it, during my few hours playthrough, I found no graphical glitches whatsoever. There was no slowdown, there was no jerkiness, no hiccups, nothing at all, no glitches. The game handles flawlessly. Again, like I mentioned, very simplistic controls, but believe me, you will welcome them, because the game is just pick up and play, and you enjoy your time with it. It's not a massively long game. You can finish it in a few hours and unlock all of the planets, but then you've got split screen to play with your friends. Now, as far as the power-ups are concerned, you can carry 3 of them at a time, and you've got different buttons that control different ones. For example, the rocket one, the purple one, that's controlled with X, and you have 2 rockets at your disposal. Now square controls your boost when you pick it up, and circle will activate your shield. And while you're racing, believe me, there are times when, you know, it gets a bit hectic, like it is now, when you've got all the racers bunched up on screen, jostling for position, throwing everything they've got at you.
Booster.
And like I said, once you get used to the handling, when you try and hug the curb as much as you can while you're steering it, you don't lose much time and speed either, so you can stay ahead of the opposition. So, definitely a 9 out of 10 for the graphics. Yeah, there are graphically superior games out there, but not by that much. Yeah, you could find this one quite easily running on your PS3 or even the original Xbox. And for that, I'd like to quote Quantum Redshift, one of the most graphically superb racing games on the original Xbox. So, yeah. But you would still give these a 9 because they're flawless and they're very, very smooth and they're very fast and, you know, they are detailed. Gameplay is very, very simple. 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Soundtrack is a solid 9 out of 10 because it's incredible. It's a really brilliant soundtrack and it suits the game to perfection. So overall, 8.5 out of 10. And is it worth the £15.99 asking price on the UK stores? 100% yes, definitely. Without question. It's a superb indie racing title. It belongs, with these times, it belongs in the top spots, and it definitely belongs on your shelf. Anyway, I could go on racing here for ages, but I hope you've enjoyed the video. And for those of you that are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. If I have earned your interest and you want to subscribe, please do. It would really help so my channel can grow to the point where it gets nice and popular and big, so developers won't turn me down when I ask them for review codes because they say my channel's not big enough. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed, and do take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.